Welcome to Table Talk Radio with comedian Reggie Jackson. Radio. Yeah. Special shout out to the Atlanta Breakfast Club for hosting. Everybody, make some noise. Okay. Welcome, Chef Anthony Sanders. Today's show is put together by David Young. And this week's special guest chef, make some noise for Melissa Nelson. I'm your co-host, Heaven, Beatbox. Welcome to Table Talk Radio, and make some noise for comedian Reggie Jackson. Make some noise, everybody.
Well, keep it going for Heaven Beatbox, everybody. Yes, Heaven. Welcome back to the show. Heaven, what's going on with you?
Actually, quite a few things. I just had a TED Talk that just came out. My third TED Talk just dropped, actually, a few nights ago.
Okay,
so
congratulations.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
So you said it was you and some cello players.
Yes, the Atlanta Celli. It's 4 cellists, and we are mixing beatboxing and classical music. It's literally combining 2 opposite worlds together and just putting
music's music.
Yeah,
unless it's bluegrass, and then it's not music anymore.
And then it's gospel.
Yeah, and then it's old white country gospel is what it turns into. That's what it sounds like to me. Well, that's dope. David Young, what's up? What's going on with you?
I'm back. Nothing at all. I've been boring.
Dave's the most unenthusiastic individual in the entire world.
I've been watching a lot of movies.
Because you got a girlfriend and you can't leave the house.
I've been booed up for the
winter. Go
winter.
out and drink tonight. The boys are back in town.
It's true.
I can't.
It's true.
Well, I mean, it's just, she doesn't, here's the thing. I like Dave's girlfriend, but she just doesn't smoke weed.
So I don't smoke weed.
There's a big social divider between
gap,
me and her,
right?
a buffer that I just can't get over. So.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you about what's going on with me. So last week we weren't here, and we weren't here because, okay, y'all ready? This is the most ridiculous story. Are y'all ready for it? Last Tuesday, my dad had surgery. And so I was supposed to drive up to Virginia, and my mom called me and said, it's snowing in Asheville, don't drive up. Just come up next week. And I was like, cool. So I thought, you know what I'll do with my day? Smoke some weed and go to IKEA because it's awesome, right? So I'm in my car. I'm on my way to IKEA. A woman comes over in an F-150, plows into the side of my car, and totals my car. I go to call the hospital to tell my mom that I've been in an accident, but not to tell my dad because he just got out of surgery. And my dad's best friend answered the phone and said, your mom has been rushed to the emergency room as well, and your mom has to have emergency surgery. So that's what I dealt with last Tuesday. So the last 7 days I have been in Virginia basically playing hospice for my dad because he can't go to the restroom or take a bath or anything by himself. I'm tired as fuck. I'm over it. I'm so glad to be back in Atlanta. I cannot. My hometown, if you wonder where the Trump voters are, they're in Southwest Virginia. If I hear one more person in the hospital say something about Donald Trump, like everybody, my mom's pastor, his wife, everybody that came in had something to say about Donald damn Trump. And none of them like me because I'm a raging liberal and, I like the gays a whole lot, and all that doesn't sit too well with my Southern Baptist family. And I'm like, if Donald Trump is, I kept telling all of his friends, I'm like, he's so against immigration, but his wife is an immigrant and she's a slut. And so nobody wants to hear that, though. Nobody wants to hear that she's a whore and not a first lady, nothing. First whore. That's what they should call her when she gets in.
She would be the first whore.
We can call her first thought, and she'll never even know we're talking. The first thought, and she'll never even know we was talking about her. She won't know the difference because her English isn't exactly 100%. But yeah, that's where they are. And it's crazy to hear the same ignorant shit over and over and over again for 7 days. Like, I could not wait to get back to Atlanta and be around normal people because everybody in my hometown, it's country as fuck. Like, I love going home and stuff. Like, I love where I'm from, but it's just, anybody in here not from Atlanta? All right. So, you moved to the city, you're a big chef now, and when you go back home, you've got all them haters that you have back home that think you're Sadiddy because you moved the fuck out of that raggedy-ass town that you're from. And that's how everybody in my hometown feels about me. Like, they never know what's going to come out of my mouth next. I'm traveled.
Well, none of us do either.
Oh, that's true. That is true. I'm like, I'm well traveled, and they hate it. Like, I've got so many haters. My cousin Kim, I hope that bitch is listening to this. My fat ass cousin Kim back home has hated on me since I was a baby. Like, there's literally a picture of her dad holding her and my dad holding me, and she's side eyeing me, and we're like 2 years old. Like, she's been hating on me from way back when. So I got to go back home and then deal with. And I've got a lot of, ghosts back home. You know what I'm saying? Because I was very loose in my hometown between the age of about 18 and 25. Like, I was gone. Like, I was all over the place.
Reggie,
I was very thoughtful.
Every time I come on this show, this is how it happens. This is how we always end up talking about dicks and shit. Right here.
That is not a good subject.
Nothing about...
But you're planning it. You're planning it.
I'm
not stopping it right now.
There's a kid in here. I'm not going to... say that, but we all know what I got a lot of.
All rants lead back to dicks and shit.
I'm just saying. So I got to go back and deal with exes, and then I got old friends that are haters, and then I went to eat, I got this one favorite hot dog spot, and I've been eating there literally since I was a kid, and I've got to go back there. It's called the Corner Doghouse, and it's still in the same building. That's how country it is. It's the Corner Doghouse. And I went back and they changed the recipe, and it was not the same anymore.
What?
It's been the same hot dog for probably 30 years.
It's like if it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Somebody else bought them out and thought their little chili recipe was doing it, and it is not. I was very disappointed. I was so hungry. And when I was a little kid, I can vividly remember when I was that kid's age, I was eating 3 hot dogs because they were small. And my ambitious self ordered 3 hot dogs this time, and I ate them all because I had to, because I don't waste food. But it was not the same, and it gave me heartburn. So thanks, Corner Doghouse, back home. Yeah, so back home is a bit different for me. So I get to go back there tomorrow.
And
so everybody
you're like
pray
Superwoman
for me at the end of the show, lay hands on me, and pray that God gives me this strength, Lord. I need it, Jesus. Drive me crazy, Lord.
For those who want a really quick description of Reggie's town, they once, was it a Chick-fil-A? Was it Chick-fil-A?
No,
what
Popeyes.
Was it? Oh, it was a Popeyes. Okay. They opened a Popeyes one time, and
it shut the city down. That Popeyes
there was
shut
a
that
line
city down.
all the way down the street full of cars.
It was like
that was the main event for the week. Popeyes opened up.
Man, that Popeyes shut my little country. I ate at that Popeyes as well. Where didn't you eat, Regina? The hospital. I ate at the hospital a lot. That's where I ate. Anybody here a fan of hospital food? Make some noise. A little salt and pepper. Just the salt and pepper, Jesus. That's all the hot sauce you eat. There ain't not in there one little packet of Texas hot sauce nowhere in the whole place. Nothing. Just raw fish, basically. It was gross. But no, I ate that Popeyes, and it was really good, and the customer service was great. But I don't really get bad customer service back home. So I went to see Deadpool when I was home.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the only time
Here
all
we
week
go.
that I smoked weed, and I was in the parking lot like a teenager just killing it. Like, because I'm by myself. I don't have to get nobody nothing. My dad ain't waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the bathroom. I'm by myself. I can smoke this weed and go watch Deadpool.
What'd you
And
think?
it was good.
Like,
but you know how, like, there's a stereotype that people say that black people talk through the movies? No. I got stuck in front of this old-ass country couple that was probably, like, in their 60s, and they talked ignorant shit the whole movie. The only thing that was good about it was parts of the movie were so smart that they didn't get them, so I shared a quiet laugh by myself. I was like, but they, like the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd seen the trailer for Suicide Squad.
Oh.
Turn the ice machine off before I kill somebody. The Suicide Squad, and as soon as I'm watching the preview, and I'm like, man, this movie's gonna be badass. And then as soon as the preview's over, the old country man was like, well, that ain't gonna be no good. And I was like, stop talking!
Why is he even there?
Oh, they talked the whole movie, except during the sex scene. They didn't talk then, thank God. That would have scarred me ultimately for life.
Was it everything you expect? Like, what did you expect?
What, Deadpool?
Deadpool. I want to know your thoughts.
Okay.
Have you seen it, Evan?
I have.
Okay.
That's why I want to know.
Okay, good.
I have actually never read any Deadpool comic books.
Neither have I.
But I know that he's like the asshole of superheroes, which attracts me to him.
Why is that?
Because, like, I love Spider-Man. Clearly, I have a Spider-Man tattoo. Because Spider-Man, I've always said, I think is the funniest of all the superheroes. But Deadpool's just a jerk. And they say the F word a lot in that movie. They didn't really filter it.
Yeah, he's the unashamed, R-rated, just in-your-face asshole about it.
When they rolled the opening credits,
Yeah.
it was, like, written by some asshole. Like,
Yep.
they didn't have any of their names. Stan Lee was the strip club DJ. That
Yep.
made me really happy. Because they always stick him somewhere. The fact they made him that strip club DJ was everything for me.
Well, let me tell you, Reggie.
You didn't like it?
No. Actually,
Here comes Heaven Buzzkill.
Hold on. I had a little situation going on when I went to go see Deadpool. It was my birthday weekend, pretty much. It was when Deadpool came out, and so I like you said you never read a comic. I haven't either, and I knew it was a superhero movie, so I'm thinking like something, and then Ryan Reynolds was in the Green Lantern, right? You guys seen that? It's like PG-13, like, yeah, go Ryan, go get that Green Lantern.
So you think it's going to be family friendly?
Right. So my little sister, she's 11 years old. She's like, yeah, me, my dad, my little sister, for my birthday, we go to see Deadpool. And it was just not at all.
You went with your dad?
And my little 11-year-old sister.
Oh, no, not that sex scene, Jesus.
Sex scenes.
Yeah, like that was the only reason your sister shouldn't have seen it.
No, I was sitting there the whole time. I was like, oh, my God. Because I had no idea. Aside from that, brilliant. I actually loved the whole take on... He wasn't really even a superhero. He was a selfish asshole who did...
Yeah.
It just happened to fall on the side.
He just happened to have powers, yeah.
And a really, really hot, nerdy girlfriend.
It was like a darker feel of a superhero. I really loved it. I really enjoyed it. It was dope.
Yeah, there'll definitely
really
be more. Have you guys seen Deadpool?
It was not at all. Like, I saw the previews and didn't
They're
care
like,
for
well,
it.
thanks for ruining the movie. They survived at the end.
Whatever. Listen. You guys got to check that
Everybody made
movie
it.
out. It's a completely different twist that I haven't seen on any kind of superhero movie.
Yeah, it's very, very funny.
It's hilarious.
I don't know. How many, you guys, anybody in the audience, y'all have Hulu? I mean, pretty standard. Have any of you guys been watching that new show with James Franco? It's like called 11/23/60.
I want to see it. I actually just saw the preview. Have you seen the preview for this?
It's so good.
It looks insane. We should probably check this out tonight at some point.
All right, what's the setup? I've never heard of this.
It's basically James Franco goes, an old man has a diner, and then he goes in the back of the diner, and there's a door that leads to this date in 1960, and the man keeps sending him, and when he comes back through, it's only been 2 minutes on our side, but when he goes back in, it always starts at the same time.
Huh.
That
like
day,
some quantum
1960.
leap stuff going on.
Right.
Okay.
And he's trying to get him to go back and save President Kennedy from being shot. That's the whole premise of it. But all kinds of other
It's like
crap
Groundhog
happens.
Day meets Narnia.
Kind of. And he has to live in the 1960s for 3